Welcome to Fox Answers. Today the question comes from Arts and Humanities. How did Mao Zedong win support from China's rural poor during the Chinese Civil War? Question mark. By proposing to protect their private property, by embracing rural religious practices, and by encouraging the poor to relocate to cities and redistributing wealth from the rich to the poor. Now this is kind of funny because he asked the question and then he answered the question. He actually did all four of these things. First thing he did was promise to protect their private property. Chinese people, a lot of people don't know this, hold private property at the utmost value. You do not touch other people's things in China. It doesn't matter if you just see that they have a thing of Tic Tacs and you take one. You do not take someone's Tic Tacs in China. I can tell you that right now. And by embracing rural religious practices. Now, a lot of people don't know that the mainland China and the rural China have very different religious beliefs. A lot of the rural areas of China are Christians, and the mainland China are Buddhists. And so you get a lot of these Christian kind of groups around the side of China. And then what they did is combined the religions. They have a lot of Buddhist Christians now in China, and then that's how he kind of brought them together. He also encouraged the poor to relocate to cities. That's interesting because in order to bring the religions together, he did need to mix people up. And so he would take people out of the rural areas and he would take people and put them into the cities. And that allowed people's cultures to mix. And he brought them together and he won support of those rural poor people. And lastly, he redistributed the wealth from the rich to the poor. Because he had all these poor people, he brought them into the city. They don't have jobs. They don't have any skills that can kind of help in city areas. And so what does he do? He takes some of the money from the rich, he gives it to the poor. And it's just common sense. It's common knowledge at this point that works, and it works well. And it did wonders for the Chinese during that time, during the Civil War. And that is how he ended the Civil War. Mao Zedong won the Civil War, brought peace to China, and for the first time in, I think, millennia, he had finally brought peace to China. I hope that answers your question. I hope we all learned a little bit here, and I will catch you guys next time on Fox Answers.